Hello and welcome to my new video. I'm LoreExplained and today we're going to be covering a well-known but sometimes misunderstood topic in Halo lore, the Spartan II project. The Spartan II project was created and designed by military scientist Dr. Catherine Elizabeth Halsey. Dr. Halsey proposed the idea to the Office of Naval Intelligence, and later that same year, in 2517, 75 genetically distinct children were kidnapped and transported to the planet Reach. Here they were told of their new purpose and who they were to become. Over the next 8 years, the young Spartans endured brutal physical training and indoctrination. In 2525, the Spartans underwent the dangerous and painful Spartan II augmentations. These were designed to enhance a patient's speed, strength, and reaction times, as well as making their bones virtually unbreakable. Of the 75 Spartans that underwent the procedures, only 33 survived intact, 12 were permanently disfigured and disabled, and 30 were killed by the operations. While recovering from the effects of their augmentations, John 117, one of the leaders selected by their trainer, Chief Mendez, got into a fight with 4 orbital drop shock troopers, also known as Hell Jumpers. John already had the physical body of an 18-year-old athlete at the age of 14, and, aided by his augmentations, easily beat the ODSTs, killing 2 of them and seriously injuring the others. After having recovered from their operations, the Spartans were briefed on an upcoming mission to capture a UNSC turncoat called Colonel Robert Watts, who was believed to be hiding in an asteroid belt that surrounds the Eridanus system. John 117 was chosen to lead this operation. For his squad, John picked Sam 034, Kelly 087, Linda 058, and Fred 104. Ultimately, the plan was a success, although John was shot during a firefight. Later in the same year, the Spartans were told that their trainer, CPO Franklin Mendez, would be leaving to train the next batch of Spartans, although these new Spartans were the next Spartan IIIs. While they were told about the departure of their trainer, they were also briefed on the encounter with the aggressive and hostile alien empire, the Covenant. The Covenant had glassed the planet Harvest a year before. In 2525, Dr. Halsey introduced the Spartans to the new armour, codenamed Mjolnir. This armour amplifies force and speed by a factor of 5, as stated in the Fall of Reach. This system was so reactive and strong that tests with non-augmented volunteers ended in the death of the volunteers. However, because of the Spartans' superhuman strength and durability, it allowed them to harness the full power of the armour. After only a short time in the armour, the Spartans were made aware of a Covenant ship moving in system towards Chicheti 4. After a brief argument with Dr. Halsey, John 117 led the first Spartan team into action against the Covenant. Blue team comprised of Sam 034, Kelly 078, John 117, and Linda 058. The team boarded the ship and destroyed it with a tactical nuclear warhead. However, Sam 034 was injured when a grunt shot him with a plasma pistol, breaching his armour, meaning he couldn't get back to the Pelican they were using. He was killed when the Havoc tactical nuke detonated, vaporizing the alien ship and Sam. Against the Covenant, the Spartans were very effective in clearing infantry and defending positions. Usually the Spartans always won on the ground, but the fight for a planet was always lost in space. Over the next 25 years, John 117, Kurt 051, and Fred 104 led the Spartans on multiple different planets, including Draco 3, Jericho 7, and Sigma Octanus 4. In 2552, all remaining Spartans were recalled to the planet Reach for Operation Red Flag, a plan to capture a Covenant ship and return to the homeworld to capture one of their prophets and bring him back to the UNSC-controlled space to force peace. This was, however, put on hold as the Covenant had found Reach and were amassing a gigantic fleet to take the strategically important planet and burn it. During the engagement, the UNSC Navy took very heavy casualties in space around Reach. These Spartans were tasked with defending the generators that powered the huge supermax. These were massive magnetic accelerator cannons on orbital platforms that surround the planet. These guns are so powerful they could knock out a Covenant capital ship with one round. In addition to this, an only prowler called Circumference was unable to destroy its navigational data before the Covenant attacked. John 117 split up a squad of 25 Spartans into 2 groups. One would go groundside and defend the generators, and the other would go to the prowler and destroy the nav data. Team 1 was captained by Fred 104, which would defend the orbital generators, and the other was led by John 117 in order to stop the nav data falling into enemy hands. A large portion of Team 1 was killed when the Pelican to the surface was hit and crash-landed. Team 2 also suffered casualties, but eventually succeeded. Team 1 was unable to defend the generator and were eventually pulled out with a few survivors, not long after Reach fell. While escaping from Reach aboard the Pillar of Autumn, the ship jumped randomly into split space and arrived at the location of Installation 04. John 117 was able to deploy and destroy the ring before it fell into Covenant claws. Thought to be the last Spartan II, John captured a Covenant capital ship, and along with a few survivors from Installation 04, returned to Reach where they discovered a few surviving Spartans and Dr. Catherine Halsey. After using their captured ship to get everyone out of the system safely, they learned of a threat: the unyielding Hierophant, a space station where an armada of over 500 Covenant ships was ready to invade Earth, humanity's final stronghold. John and what was left of Blue Team, Fred 104, Kelly 087, and Linda 058, set about destroying the armada to give the humanity time. The plan was a success, and most of the 500-plus fleet was destroyed, although the Spartans did incur another loss. The Spartans returned to Earth and were debriefed. When John was at an award ceremony, a huge Covenant fleet entered the Sol system and attacked Earth. The Spartans were set about defending the planet, while the Navy desperately defending the skies above the planet. When a Covenant carrier opened a slipspace portal above the city of New Mombasa, the frigate in amber clad followed the ship just as it left through the portal, which led to another Halo ring. Installation 05. Again, John was deployed and fought fiercely to stop the Prophets activating the ring and causing galactic genocide. Although the ring was deactivated, the Flood was able to capture high charity and leave for Earth. At the same time, the other surviving Spartans went to the top of an orbital elevator on Earth and captured a Covenant capital ship, the Bloodied Spirit, and went to Onyx. Here they discovered Dr. Halsey had kidnapped Kelly 087 to try and save her from what Halsey believed was an unwinnable war. Back on the High Charity, John escaped on a Forerunner Dreadnought class ship back to the Sol system. After crash landing, John was shocked to realise the UNSC had allied with Sangheili, and the Covenant was in a civil war known as the Great Schism. After destroying the Ark and the Flood, John tried to escape aboard the Forward Unto Dawn, but the slipspace portal became unstable and teleported him and Cortana to an unknown part of space. After over 4 years of cryosleep, John was awoken by Cortana to combat a new threat, a Forerunner known as the Diadact, and his hell-bent quest for vengeance against humanity. John was able to stop him by detonating a Havoc tactical nuclear warhead in the Diadact ship. Back on Earth, John was debriefed and reunited with his long-thought dead teammate, Blue Team. They were ordered to take time off, but refused, and continued to take missions wherever they were needed. In 2558, Blue Team and John were declared absent without leave, and newly formed Fire Team of Spartan Force named Osiris was sent to track them down. After being rescued by Osiris, John and Blue Team returned to Sanghelios, where they met up with Dr. Halsey. In Halo Infinite, we can say a Spartan, most likely John 117, is on another Halo ring, possibly Delta Halo or Zeta Halo.